Dr. Pritish Singh, who's working as senior consultant and professor at Amrita Hospital.
So Ilizarov is a very brilliant surgical technique. Only handful of surgeons, they specialize in this thing. They are used for the patient care, and it ensures that patient gets best benefits.
Cerebral palsy cannot be treated. Is it true?
Apply some rings which take hold on the bones, and we gradually correct the deformity. No knee, bow leg, any other deformities around knee. Patients with non-unions, malunions, bone infections, bone fail to unite or bone unites in a different position, or failure of any previous surgery.
So, doctor, what are the most common bone deformities you treat, both in children and adults?
Yes, sir. We treat deformities in adults and children. So we treat both congenital deformities and acquired deformities. So common examples of congenital deformities are like cerebral palsy, absent limbs, congenital hip dislocations, congenital knee dislocations. Then in case of acquired deformities like no knee, bow leg, any other deformities around knee. Then post-traumatic deformities, non-unions, malunions, bone fail to unite or bone unites in a different position, or failure of any previous surgery. Yes, sir.
So we have heard a lot about, a lot from the patients that cerebral palsy cannot be treated. Is it true?
So cerebral palsy, so cerebral lesion cannot be treated. So it is static, it is irreversible. It is something which has happened during birth or during first 2 years of birth. But its effect, they can be treated. They can be either reversed or corrected, and we can make a meaningful change to patient's quality of life. If a person who is walking who is not walking or using very large assisted device like a walker, we can treat him in such a way that he requires lesser assisted device, or his walking efficiency and walking pattern, it improves. His deformities, they do not develop in his leg joints or hip joints, and we can correct them.
So could you also explain us about how Ilizarov technique works?
Yes, sir. So Ilizarov is a very brilliant surgical technique. Only handful of surgeons, they specialize in this thing, and it is very useful for patients with non-unions, malunions, bone infections, or in case of failed surgeries, difficult deformities. So Ilizarov, in this we apply some rings which take hold on the bones, and we gradually correct the deformity. So this Ilizarov allows safety of nerves and vessels around the bone. So in case of acute surgeries, there may be some stretch of nerves and vessels. Ilizarov prevents them. It allows lengthening of the bone, and in conditions where the bone is destroyed or bone is damaged, for example by infection, by bone tumor, the new bone can be grown by the Ilizarov technique.
So this technique also works with the patients who have some discrepancy in their limb growth?
Yes, sir. So in cases of discrepancy in the limb length, or one leg is shorter than the other leg, the Ilizarov technique works like a magic. It equalizes limb length of both the legs, and patient benefits from that. Yes.
And what are the success rate for such surgeries?
In case of Ilizarov surgeries, success rate are more than 95%. They are very predictable.
Okay.
Patients are very happy with the results.
How do you ensure that child's growth is not affected after such kind of surgeries?
Yes, sir. So this Ilizarov surgery or limb lengthening surgery is done in such a way that it do not impact growth plates of the bone. It is done away from the growth plates, and in this way the natural growth of child or any patient, it continues, while the short bone is lengthened from its middle part. So it do not affect any other growth.
And how is the recovery process like? How fast the patient recovers after such surgeries?
Yes, sir. So recovery with Ilizarov is very predictable. Patient is usually very comfortable with Ilizarov in case of one leg is operated, and he walks on his leg after 2-3 days, and patient can bear weight on that operated leg within next few days of surgery.
And I think there must be the need of a very good physiotherapy and exercises after such surgeries.
Yes. Physiotherapy is the main component of treatment in post-operative care. Mm-hmm. So just to keep the muscles active and joints supple and soft, we require physiotherapy. So physiotherapy has a role to play after Ilizarov surgeries and limb lengthening surgeries.
I think many of the patients would also like to know how long these surgeries are. Are there any risk involved at certain ages? What all they should, think about before proceeding for such surgeries or any precautions?
Yes, sir. So Ilizarov surgery is done usually in a patient with a need, for example, with a short limb, with a deformed bone, or with a condition like non-union and malunion. So irrespective of age, it can be done. It can be done
At any age.
and at any age. Yes, it can be done, and patient benefit from that. Nowadays, techniques are very defined. The surgery itself has evolved. We are using software-guided realignment devices, which ensures that surgery is minimally invasive. Incisions are just 1 centimeter, less than 1 centimeter, and there are no big skin cuts. So it ensures that patient has benefits of minimally invasive surgery, and realignment of the bone and limb lengthening is accurate, very accurate, millimeter-wise and degree-wise.
So I think when a parent gets to know at a certain age, of course, deformity, they get to know at a very early age after their birth itself.
Yes, sir.
So is it better to get a surgery done earlier the better, or they should wait for certain time?
So there are few deformities which require correction at early age. For example, club foot, or absent bone, or a deformed joints since birth, like congenital hip dislocation, congenital knee dislocation. So they shall be treated as early as possible. Otherwise, the muscles will become stiff.
Yes.
Bones will also change with the age, and results might be suboptimal. Then there are certain deformities for which we can wait. For example, congenitally short leg, congenitally short thigh bone. So for these deformities, we can wait for 2 or 3 years. Yes.
So we have been also getting a lot of inquiries for patients seeking cosmetic limb reconstruction or limb lengthening procedures.
Yes, sir.
How safe they are, and how do you see such procedures in coming months or years? In the young generation, primarily, they seek such treatments.
So cosmetic limb lengthening is an established surgical procedure. It helps the patient. It helps the patient to gain his height, and he can gain many aspects of his life, psychological also, physical appearance also, cosmetically, then many more he gains in his professional life also. So cosmetic limb lengthening nowadays has evolved, and surgical techniques are also evolved. They are very accurate and with predictable results. We can do lengthening right from say 5 centimeter to 12-13 centimeter in a patient, depending on patient's requirement, and they can be done both in the tibia bone as well as the thigh bone, on the one side or both the sides.
So is it done through Ilizarov method, or you have different technique for doing this?
So for this lengthening, we have chiefly 2 modalities: lengthening over the nail and lengthening by the precise nail or purely an intramedullary nail. So lengthening by the nail means a nail is put inside the bone, and lengthening is done using an external fixator device, which is usually an LRS device, which is unilateral and do not cause much discomfort to the patient. While case of other case is precise nail or purely an intramedullary nail lengthening, that is done using a magnetic device or special device which is put inside the bone, and we do gradual lengthening. So yes, both has their own plus and minus.
So I think the other important aspect is nutrition. For any orthopedic surgery or any surgery primarily in any specialty, I think nutrition plays a very vital role.
Yes, sir.
How do you see in orthopedics post-surgery physiotherapy and nutrition?
Yes, sir. So both physiotherapy, nutrition and treatment, they go hand in hand. So if one component is suboptimal, then it will affect the results. If a patient has suboptimal physiotherapy, then it will affect results. If a patient has suboptimal nutrition, then also it will affect results. A patient shall have good nutrition. He shall have high protein diet, so that bones, the calcium deposition in the bone or bone union activity, it enhances, it grow at a faster speed. A person with poor nutrition has a slower healing speed of the bone, while a person who is having good nutrition has a good healing rate of the bone.
Okay. Anything else you want to add up for our listeners, for our viewers, those seeking deformity correction, those looking for limb reconstruction? They have thousands of queries in their mind before starting a procedure. Some are scared with the surgeries. Anything you want to add up to motivate them?
So deformity corrections and limb reconstructions, these are evolving branches, and surgeries are defined. They are driven by the techniques, surgical techniques. They are driven by the technologies, which are advanced technologies which are available with us, and we ensure that patient gets best benefits of the surgery. He get best and accurate results in terms of his cosmesis and functional outcomes. So deformities, be it congenital or acquired, they can be corrected in all patients. We can give predictable and reliable results. And limb lengthenings, we can give reliable and predictable results in case of cosmetic as well as therapeutic lengthenings. So we have results which are supported by technology and our hospital support systems and your care also.
So how do you see, Doctor, one important question, how do you see Amrita Hospital different than other leading hospitals in the city?
Yes, sir. So Amrita Hospital is a large super specialty hospital. It has more than 84 super specialties in all specialties. It is India's largest super specialty hospital in case of private sector, and it has almost all technologies which are available in the world, best of the class, third class and first, and they are used for the patient care, and it ensures that patient gets best benefits using those technologies and care of the hospital and surgical expertise and medical expertise from the doctor's team. So
I think we have concluded most of the important questions related to your branch.
Yes.
And we would be happy to share more information once we get some queries from our listeners or from our viewers as well.
Sure, sir. Looking forward to it.
Thank you, Doctor, for joining us today. And thank you to all the viewers for watching this podcast. If you have any inquiries, do write in the comment section. Our team will help you out with a complimentary consultation with the doctor. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you.